Hello everybody, welcome to My Creative Time with Emma. Today we're going to be making a card for the Peachy Keen Challenge number 27, and I'm going to be cutting something out of my, have to say this is my brand new favorite cartridge called Create a Critter, and we are going to be using, let's see, I'm going to be using this cute butterfly here on page 69 for my card today. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how I designed this card using my Gypsy. Let's go ahead and get started. Hey everybody, here it goes. We're going to be making another window card, and I believe I had made this for another Peachy Keen challenge in the past. This is how it is, how it's laid out on my mat. I went ahead and I got, I used the George cartridge, and I got a I can't even think of the shape, rectangle, and I went ahead and in order to get my size, the real dial size, what I did was I took off that little link, and I wanted the width to be 10 inches. I wanted to make sure that's 10 so 10 inches wide by 5 inches tall, so when you fold it, it could be a 5x5 card. And I went ahead and I welded in a circle here, also using the George cartridge, and the circle card measures, the circle measures 2 3/4 inches. And what I did here on this one, I wanted to make a frame so this could frame over there perfectly, and I got a circle, and I also got a shape using, this is just a scallop all around this frame, and that is from Mini Monograms. And here goes my butterfly. Anyways, the butterfly was cut at 2.22, and so were the layers. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how I'm going to make the layer. I'm going to have 2 layers that's going to go on top of this card. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm going to show you that feature how to get to a second page, which is this little, you see this little tiny plus mark right here? You're going to go ahead and click on that once, and it's going to bring you to a different page. So, okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and grab a square from the George cartridge. Let me get that square there. And I know this here is measured 5x5, so I'm going to make this square. I'm going to take off my link so I can make it real dial size right here. And I'm going to make the square 4.75. And that's going to be the width, and I'm going to do the same with the height. So this way, when you see how that's going to measure, that's going to layer perfectly onto there. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to copy that. Let's go ahead and copy that square and bring it down here. And I'm going to make this square, this is going to be the pattern paper piece, I'm going to make that square 4.5 by 4.5. Okay, so that's perfect. So when this measure goes on top of there, that's going to layer perfectly. So now what I need to do, I need to get my circle so I could get it in there too. So when I layer it on top, the circle will be cut out already. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to George, grab a circle, come back here, and that circle's obviously too big. I'm going to make it 2 3/4. Oops, actually, I'm going to put the little link back on because I want that to be 2 3/4 all the way around. 2.75. Okay, and that measures that size perfectly. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this in the center right there. And that looks about right because I want this, I'm going to weld that piece together. So I'm going to go ahead and click on group, and then I'm going to click on, that's grouped to, so when it's all blue all together, that means it's grouped together. I'm going to go ahead and click on the advanced button, and I'm going to click on weld and then eyeball it. Okay, and it is, so it's perfect welded together. You see how it's all red? That means that's going to cut out perfectly. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do the exact same thing for this one here. Also it has a circle in the middle, so I'm going to have 2 layers on top of that card. I went ahead and I cut everything out already, so let's go ahead and get this card together. Here goes our paper. What I decided to use, pretty much the colors this for this challenge are going to be your purples, greens, and a cream color. So I went ahead and went with the cream color confetti cardstock. I love this cardstock. And then we're going to go ahead and layer. This is going to be our first layer, so let's get it together. This is a purple cardstock from, I'm not sure the exact name of it, but it's from Paper Tray Ink. I'm going to use my little ducky tape. How that layers on perfectly right there. There goes our first layer, and here goes the second layer. And this is from a little paper pack I had, oops. So I'm going to go ahead and layer this on here. This is going to be a very simple card. I'm not adding any ribbon or anything. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead, and this is the frame that I cut out for it. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this on with my, see how it's all layered perfectly on there? I love it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get this card and fold it. Let me grab my bone folder here. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to lightly trace the inside because I want to get my butterfly in there. I'm just going to grab my pencil and I'm going to lightly trace a circle in there. Because remember, this is a window card, so I lightly trace that in there. And what I'm going to do is, and here goes the little butterfly I cut out. Isn't that so cute? That's the first layer, this is the second layer, and the third layer. This is that same purple cardstock, and these two are also from that paper pack. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to, let's see, let's put the butterfly together first. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and add it to the body. Alright, and then I'm going to just go ahead and get some little pop dots to pop my butterfly at. Okay, that's perfect. I'm going to get my eraser. I'm just going to go ahead and quickly erase the circle around it. That's done, and we're going to go ahead and do some stamping right now. I'm going to go ahead and use this newer pack that Peachy Keen has. It's the Happy Mother's Day collection, and I'm going to use this one right here, the Happy Mother's Day. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp it using my Eggplant Envy stamp pad from Stampin' Up. Perfect. Okay, so that's done. Okay, look at how cute that is. Alright, what I'm going to do, you know, my card isn't complete unless I add some stickles. So I'm going to go ahead and stickle up her wings really quick here. Look at how pretty that is. And then I'm going to do a little bit of stitching on here. You know what? I don't know. I think I need some ribbon on it. It feels like it's missing it. So put some on, and I'm going to go ahead and I want to make a hole on the side and put it through right there, and I think actually that's what it needs. Let me grab my little X-Acto knife on last, but I always decide at the last minute if I'm not happy with it. I just have to do something to make it look right. So I'm going to go ahead and oops, let's see. So I'm going to go ahead and just put it right here. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and just thread this ribbon through. I better go ahead and do my little stitching around here because I'm going to get that ribbon on there, and I'm going to do this first. Okay, and there's probably going to be something added to this card at the end of the video. You know me, I'm so undecisive. Trim me this, a trimmy trim there, and a trimmy trim here. See, I don't want to cover up my butterfly, so let me. Okay, I think we're done. Anyways, here goes my card for this week's challenge. Thank you for joining My Creative Time with Emma, and I will see you back here soon. Bye-bye.